When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, May 26th. And I guess it's not officially summer, but it's officially summer. What's going on, fellas?
Morning, fellas.
What kicks off summer? Was it a Amrine wedding? I don't understand what turns it to summer in May here.
On 2026, I guess we could call it an Amrine wedding, but normally, I guess Memorial Day, even though it's a little early this year. But kids are hopping out of school soon. Hopefully this weather stays warm, and we are almost to June.
It's kind of wild. I actually like the early Memorial Day. I mean, I know it falls on that last Monday and just so happened to be this Monday this year, but it is nice having a whole week left after it, and you feel like that summer is extended.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad we all made it back. I appreciate the fellas coming down to my wedding. She did not run away, so it was a success. And
great wedding.
I think we found Anthony's side gig. I think he needs to be a photographer, Tom.
He's probably spent more hours editing these photos that he took of your wedding than the photographer has that actually took the picture of your wedding already. I mean, he had to have done it the whole way home on the flight. He had to have done it all day yesterday because these pictures that I'm seeing, they're flawless. They're completely edited. The lighting's perfect. And it all came from, I'm pretty sure, an iPhone.
I think he's
no, actually, that came from an Android Galaxy 24. We're an Android household over here. But my beautiful assistant, Vanessa, she actually did a lot of the editing. So she did
on the flight home. It was a nice flight home.
And I mean, in all honesty, I'm surprised they came out so clear because things were kind of wobbly. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. And again, we got that done. Now on the business. And business is about MLSs versus Zillow. We've been hearing about this a lot. And last week in Chicago, guys, it seems like the Chicago MLS finally had enough. They pulled all their listings from Zillow. And now if you go on Zillow and you want to buy a house in Chicago, you are not seeing all the listings, which is good. It's giving power back to the realtors. But the question is it only going to stay in Chicago or are other cities here to follow?
I'm hoping other cities are here to follow because we have this conversation all the time. Zillow, are they good? Are they bad? Are they coming into the market? We don't want them here. I would say the majority of people in our network hate Zillow and, they don't love to work with Zillow and they feel like Zillow is taking their money from them. I think this should have happened maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't know why we ever let Zillow into our marketplace, but they are here. So we got to figure out a way to either mitigate them or get rid of them. And however you want to proceed with that, I think finally there's a company out there. I don't know the name of the Chicago MLS. We'll just call it Chicago MLS for Amchatter's sake. But finally, somebody put their foot down and said enough is enough.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking, like you said, we've been talking about it for years and years and years. Everyone wanted to say Zillow was the best. It's helping us sell houses. But like Tom said, it's taken the power, the money, everything away from the individual real estate agent. And that's what's making everything important for the average consumer.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think that getting that to a point of maybe Zillow doesn't completely go away, but they don't completely take over the entire market and monopolize. I think somebody putting their foot down is the start to that, though, because letting them operate and just feeding all of their ancillary fees and programs that Zillow offers, that's just feeding the machine. And I feel like every brokerage is buying into that and almost just feeding the machine instead of putting their foot down.
I think everyone got a little lazy there for a second. Everyone was happy that Zillow was out there giving, showing more views and getting their houses sold quicker. But everyone stopped calling the individual real estate agent, started going to Zillow and Anth. Then the questions started coming up. Do I need to use a real estate agent? And of course you do, because like, hey, you can represent yourself in court. No one does that. You could also change your own brakes. And frankly, I don't do that myself. There's things you need professionals to help you with, and a realtor is there to help you to buy the house, Anth.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Zillow is such a big company, though, man. They ain't going anywhere. I mean, the fox was already let in the hen house, years ago. So they have everything, man. They have all the data. They can probably start their own if they wanted to, but the real estate companies are still tied in with them, so they're going to need to still list those properties, because the average consumer is going to a realtor.com, a Zillow, something like that, to look at homes just for convenience. So they're going to still need to have those. At some point they're going to have to battle it out, kiss and make up.
But that's the problem, Anth. Zillow doesn't have any of their own information. All of these local MLSs said, here, Zillow, take all of our data and use it. Where now some of these MLSs are pulling back and saying, is this the right move? And if the MLS does not give Zillow access, do they really have as much data as we think?
Yeah.
I think it has to be a complete buy-in from that MLS and everybody involved, and even the surrounding areas, because you can't have like people leaking into that and feeding that information to Zillow if you want to completely oust them from a market. No, I don't think they're going to be ousted from every market. I think it's going to be, market to market, depending on who's operating those, functions of those MLSs or however it works. It is going to be market to market. And I do think that there is going to be something coming of this more than just Chicago.
And why this is important is because there are home buyers that are just, they're not paying attention to the everyday news. And they think if they're going to go on Zillow, they're going to see every house out there in the market. And that may not be the case. The best way you're getting every property available is using a realtor, because they have access to the MLS where they can see every current listing. So if you're out there and you just think, oh, every website is going to be all equal, maybe that was the case 6 months ago or a year, but it is an ever-changing world, and it may not be that case for long. So use a local realtor, let them help you buy the home. Don't just do everything online. That's rarely the best way to do things. Just like you shouldn't get a mortgage only online, you really shouldn't be buying a house only online. And if you don't know a local realtor, you can't get a hold of one, we know hundreds, and we can definitely set you up with a realtor that works best for you.
Yeah, we're always willing to help and, explain the process or what even all goes into it. So yeah, give us a call.
That's it. All I got today. And on a programming note, I am going across the world here later today. I don't do well with time zones, so we are going to try to have some shows, but if we miss a couple in the next couple of weeks, don't hate us. We will be back on our regular schedule June 10th. So other than that, we'll see you guys, and I'll be checking in from Thailand.
Have a safe trip, brother. Later.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and